Well, good morning to you guys. Here it's midnight, in fact. Okay, well, we'll get it started, and if anybody join us, we'll let them in and see. My name is Hossein Amir Ahmadi. I'm one of the owners of ICGC, Immigration Consultants Group Canada, Inc. We've been established since 2009, and we've been very successful with different type of cases, anything from investor, skilled worker, job offers through LMIA or through PNP programs. So we have had lots of cases during past 5-6 years, especially when point system, the express entry point system was introduced. We have worked a lot on skilled worker on the job offers. Anyways, today we're going to discuss the IMP, International Mobility Program. Before we get it started, is there anything, anyone, any question, anything before we get it started? No, everybody is quiet.
Hi there, I think you should start.
Okay, good. Okay, so IMP has got two different sides of it. There is one side for Canadian employers that they want to hire somebody from outside. And there is another one where entrepreneurs want to start a business in Canada. So first of all, for employers that they want to hire somebody, they have to create a profile for themselves, for their business. And then they have to give a job offer. There's a question here, is there an age limit for immigration? Well, it depends on what program you're applying for. Right? If you're applying for a skilled worker after age of 45, you don't get points, but it doesn't mean that you will not be selected to apply for PR. Or if you're applying for one of the entrepreneurs program, there is no age limit. You could be 70 years old and start your own business in Canada. So it depends on what type of program. But going back to IMP, employers, when they want to hire and they want to hire somebody very fast, the processing time is 10 days, but then it's not always 10 days. I mean, you submit the application, 2 weeks later, you may get a response, especially now because of COVID-19. We had some cases that it took more than 3 months to get a response. But normally it's 10 business days, so 2 weeks, within 2 weeks. Type of jobs that employers could apply for, most of the time executive jobs or very significant jobs, positions that it could help the company. Maybe a marketing manager, sales manager, sometimes even CEO of the manager. So big companies could do that easily. For small companies, could be a little bit more difficult because there is a process of LMIA. I don't know if you guys are familiar with LMIA, Labor Market Impact Assessment. People who come in with work permit, most of the time go through LMIA. So if the IMP is not an option for the employer, they should apply for LMIA and bring in the foreign workers through LMIA. So that's one part of the IMP, International Mobility Program. The other part of IMP is for people who want to start business here. Now, again, this needs to be have some benefits for Canada. So the officer who's going to process the case, they will have a look at which area, which city, how much you're going to help the unemployment rate, the size of investment, if you're helping the environment, if your project is going to help environment, everything. They want to see that this project, this business that you're starting, has got some significant benefits to Canada. So that's the main point, that there is some benefits, like If you say I'm coming to open a restaurant, there are tons of restaurants around here. So why a restaurant? So unless there is something special with that restaurant, maybe some kind of a healthy food or there are products that you don't find anywhere else. So it's possible. It's not that it's impossible to do a restaurant, but then it's not easy to convince a officer that there is a significant benefits with opening a restaurant. Now, this is your project, your business plan that you're supposed to come and start here. On the other side of it is that how you qualify for this. So you as an owner of the business, what's your experience, what's your education, and how much investment or what's your role in the business. So these are all important. So I see there are so many other people joined us and it's only 12:07. Okay, now mostly we're going to focus on the IMP for entrepreneurs, people who wants to come and start their own business in Canada. The same way that Canadian employer goes on immigration website and creates a profile, you have to create a profile for yourself as well. And then your business plan. Business plan is very important. What you put in your business plan is what you have to do. If you are putting in that you're going to invest $200,000 in Canada, that's what you have to do. If you're saying that you're going to hire 3 people to work for you, so that's one of the agreements that you are doing with the immigration of Canada. Yeah. So the 2 different parts of IMP. One for employers that they want to hire somebody from outside, and one for entrepreneurs that they want to come and start a business here. Is there any question? Anyone has got any question? Yes?
Can you talk more about the employment-based of programs such as PMP, such as BCPNP?
PNP programs, PNP normally you need to have an employer, employer supports you. It's a joint application, employer and employee, both of them. And normally it takes 3 to 4 months. Now, in some cases could be shorter. Like if you guys are familiar with the BCPNP pilot program, it was very fast. Sometimes when within a week we could get approval. And then once you have that, you'll go to immigration to get your work permit, and then you can come and start. And with the same nomination, you can apply for your PR as well. Did you have any specific question?
In BCPNP program, there's a tech pilot. In tech
used
pilot,
to be, it's called BCPNP Tech.
Right. And it says that for that specific program, there is no LMIA required as well. Is that information accurate?
Not really, no. Without the employer, you won't be able to get enough points.
No, what I read online and everywhere as well, that even though there is an employer who offers you a job,
which website?
BC, it's one of the BC, welcome to bc.com. And the PNP website, it says that for specific tech pilot program, if I have a job offer, I don't require an LMI for that specific job.
So you don't require, okay, no, just in a second. You don't require LMIA. LMIA is completely separate than BCPNP. But job offer, yes, a company gives you a job offer, and with that job offer, you make a joint application and apply for PNP.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so LMIA is completely different. It's good to have LMIA. In many cases that we had LMIA, and then we also applied for BCPNP as well. As soon as BCPNP officer sees that we already got the LMIA, they approve the PNP as well. So it helps a lot.
Right. Actually, there's so much information on the internet about BCPNP.
Try to get your information. Yeah, try to get your information from the government websites. I'll share the link for BCPNP. You probably have the same one as well. Otherwise, there are. I have seen some of the immigration companies. They haven't updated anything, so anything you read there could be old. So this is the link for BCPNP official website. So if you find any information here, 99% it's updated.
Yes, I use the same.
Okay. So if you read here, yes, when you say you have a job offer, you didn't need the LMIA, of course, yes. But you need an employer.
All right. So once I get a job offer, they can apply for me, and once within a week of time, once it comes out, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Is that easy? It sounds really easy.
Yeah. So, okay. Now, I said 1 week. We have had cases that we applied on Monday and we got the approval on Friday, but that's not always true. It could take up to a few months. So it all depends on how both sides, the employer, employee, can prove that this job is genuine. It's a real job, and you're coming to work for this company, and this company really needs that position. It's very important to establish that. Once you establish that, you get the approval right away.
Is there a specific job portals for international candidates to apply for specific tech pilot program or any PNP? Because it's very difficult to find a job online or approach any kind of employer.
Okay. Which website do you go for finding a job?
Most of my references recommended me Indeed.com, but maybe they can be a local portals as well.
Okay. So let me share a link with you guys for Job Bank.
Thanks.
So Job Bank is a website that I can say almost any employers that has got advertisement there, they are planning to hire somebody from outside. It's also very important how many applications do you send.
Mr. Hussain, can you continue with that entrepreneur program that you were talking about?
Just give me a second. So going back to IMP, International Mobility Program. So employers can create their own profile, and then they can give you, from the same profile, they can give you a job offer. And with that job offer, you apply for work permit directly without having any LMIA. Any question about this part?
No. Maybe what is the minimum investment required?
Oh, there is no, for IMP program, there is no minimum investment.
So anyone can set shop there and then can apply for a visa.
Okay. So here is the tricky part of it. So you won't be able to say that I'm coming to open a restaurant here. And they'll say, okay, come and open a restaurant. That's not possible. You need to have significant benefit for Canada. That's very important to establish. So your business plan is the important part of what you're going to say and what business you want to have. So benefit for the environment, benefit for the community, helping the unemployment rate. You as an investor, how do you qualify for this? Does this answer your question?
Yes.
It's not that anyone can come and just give a business plan and start a business here. Any other question?
What is the usual lead time once you submit a business plan, follow the process through the website, etc.? What is the usual lead time and the success ratio? Success ratio largely depends upon your business plan, but
yeah, you should count on at least 8 weeks, so around 2 months. Around 2 months it's going to take to process your case. But on the website, it says 10 business days, which is 2 weeks. It may happen. We have had cases that they answered us in 2 weeks. Most of the time, around 2 months.
Okay. Is there any standard templates, tips and tricks?
That's the thing. You see, on one hand, they leave it so open that they say, you come up with your business plan, and if there is a significant benefit for Canada, we're going to give you a work permit. On the other hand, their hands are open to accept or refuse any application. So it's both good and bad.
Is there any requirement that says you should show funds, not invest? At least you should show funds that actually demonstrate that you can run your business here.
Yes.
I understand for PR, for PR per head it works up to $5,000 to $10,000, and I don't know what is it for this business. IMP.
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
For the regular PNP program and PR, there's a value that says, for a family member of 4, you should have some 35 to 45,000 Canadian dollars in your account as a proof that you can sustain.
Oh,
in this program,
that's a settlement fund. No. In this program, you don't need that. You need to show that when you say I'm going to invest 200 or 300,000, where that 300,000 is coming from. There was a question here that, let me see, it says, I applied for building operation engineer job in Canada and they're ready to give me a work permit. So what are the other things I need to do travel? Well, first of all, if your occupation is qualified for IMP, they can apply for IMP. And if they give you approval, then you have a work permit, you can come and start. If you don't have, or if it's not eligible for IMP, then they have to apply to either Service Canada for LMIA or through the PNP programs. This one is a good question. How to change work permit in IMP as entrepreneurs to PR? Okay. You guys are probably familiar with the Express Entry. Now, Express Entry, it's all point-based. Any position, even though it's not LMIA, any position that's in your IMP title, let's say that you are a senior manager, and senior manager with LMIA gets 200 points, you get 200 points with your IMP as well, with your IMP work permit. So it works exactly like LMIA. If you have just a manager job offer or the work permit, it gives you 50 points. And if you have a senior manager, it gives you 200 points. Any other questions, guys? We are recording the Zoom. So if you guys want to come back and refer to it, plus that we leave our contact information as well, email address, website. If anyone wants to contact us with any question, you can directly email us. Is IMP buying a company? Well, not really. You're not really buying a company. You're establishing a company here. What's the difference between Express Entry and IMP? Well, it's a huge difference. If I have to explain the Express Entry and IMP is a way that you get a work permit. Express Entry is a whole umbrella of programs that gives you PR. These are two completely different. Like you are comparing a tree with an apple. There's a big difference.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Is there any way that we can get residence by only investment?
By only investment, there is only one program left in Canada. It's called Quebec Investor Program. You pay approximately $350,000 to the government of Quebec, and you need to know, you have to have knowledge of French as well. It's on hold until next year. That's the only program left that you just give them the money and you get your PR. The processing time is very long. It's between 3 to 5 years. So most people, they don't want to go for that. Other than that, any other program that we have, it's an entrepreneur's program. You have to come and start something. Is business plan related to education experience or could be different? Well, in some cases, you need to have education related to the business that you're starting. In some cases, no, you don't really need it. I'm a senior software engineer with 5 years of experience. should I reach Canada? Job bank. I just put the link for the job bank. Just go on job bank and try to apply as many jobs that you can. Okay. Can you give a brief about Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program? Well, it's a program that if you find the employer, even if it's two different employers and each of them give you part-time and you can commute between the two jobs, they give you a work permit again. Now, believe me, I've called more than 100 of these employers. None of them has got any job. I'm a 47-year-old professor of international internal medicine and gastrology with multiple publications. Do publications help in terms of points? No, I'm afraid not. Has got nothing to do. You're talking about express entry CRS points. No, that's got your education should be evaluated with either WS or one of the organization, and your work experience, how many years you have worked, your IELTS English level, your age. These are the things that gives you points. Can I apply through IMP for PR Canada? Kind of. See, we just discussed that you go back to the express entry. Once, if your IMP says senior manager, you get the 200 points. And if it's just a manager, you get 50 points. And if you have enough points, then you can apply for a PR. Which is the best way to get the job in Canada? Should I want to apply PR and apply for job, or should get Canada job from India with work visa? I thought this might be so difficult. Well, it is difficult. It's not easy to find a job, especially if you're applying directly. Try different websites, like the Job Bank is a government website. There is a Work BC government as well website, and you have to just send in as much applications as you can. So any other question, guys? How much the estimate cost to get PR? Not an easy question. I really don't know. I mean, it all depends from case to case, how much time you have to spend on your case until you get PR. But most of the time, when you're paying approximately $200 an hour to a lawyer or a consultant to help you, assist you with getting your either LMIA or PR. So it all depends on your case. Which is the best program for IT industry, like PNP, Express Entry? What do you suggest? Right now, the BCPNP tech program, which was a tech pilot before, I think that's the best way to go. From time to time, there are other pilot programs that comes up. Just keep an eye on it, and whenever you see that there are new programs, apply for them. One more thing, because I see lots of questions. I mean, people don't have enough information. Anyone who is licensed, they have an ICCRC membership. And if you go on ICCRC website, try to search with their name or with their membership number. Sometimes they went with just a first name, and it gives you a list of everyone that's got license with that first name. So look them up. Make sure that they're legitimate, and you can even see if there is any complaint against them. So it's a good way to at least filter down people that you're looking, or people that you want to work with. They are at least legitimate companies. Again, same question. How can you help us with the migration to Canada? Our job, there are two different things that we do. One, we do recruitment. So if you send us your resume, your CV, we can work on it, see if we can find an employer. The other one, if you want to establish a business, or you want to start a business or buy a business as well, we can help you that way. Now, I know it's not easy to get a job, because you're not the only person applying for this position. each company could get like 400 or 500 applications, but you just have to apply. Try as much as you can. If not, contact us. We'll try our best to find you an employer. If I come over there, what would be the salary now? Salary, of course, it depends on your position, the job that you have. You could end up with $15, $16 salary. You could end up with $70, $80 salary per hour. So it all depends on what type of job you get. We're going to have more webinars like this, and hopefully next time when we have a webinar, I don't have a sore throat, so I can talk easily and give you guys more information. But for now, if there is any question, any comment, send us your questions. You have I'll put our website as well. It's a very easy website, icgci.com. It says, my NOC is B, so what is the requirement for pilot program to get Canada PR? Okay, so your NOC code has got nothing to do with the requirement for pilot program. NOC code only shows which category you are, but it's got, pilot program, especially the tech pilot program. I think some of them are in B and NOC B, but it's got nothing in it. You need to have work experience. Most jobs, you need to have minimum of 2 years work experience, at least bachelor degree, sometimes with high school as well. And your English, your IELTS exam is very important. If I get a job offer, do I still need my qualification accredited in English IELTS? Well, if you get a job offer without the WS qualifications, you don't get points for it. So you cannot go into the express entry. You only get a work permit. And if you want to get to the PR, then you need to do that. Yeah. The average age that they can apply could be anywhere from 20 to 45. So it's got nothing to do with, there is no certain age group. The AIPP, the Atlantic Pilot Program, well, we don't work on it. I know many people have applied for it. Some of them have got job. We tried once 3 months. We applied for, we contacted more than 400 companies, and none of them had a real job. They had the job offers that they could offer someone, but they didn't really have any job for them. So you see, the question, how much at least band score required for NOC B for apply for PR? You could apply with when IELTS 5. That's not a big deal. As long as you have enough points, it could be that you have IELTS 6 and you don't have enough points. So then you need to have 6.5, 7. So it all depends on the scores, in total scores. If you get enough points, yes, you can apply for PR. But normally, most of the time, they say that you need to have at least IELTS 6. Do I pay any fees before I get a job with your company? You mean through our recruitment company? Yes, there are some fees. You have to contact the office. There is a financial manager. You discuss it with her, and she gives you all the rates, how she can help you.
Hi.
Yes.
Do we get in touch with your company through the website you provided?
Yeah, there is an assessment form on our website. And I think we're going to leave the info email address with the recording as well. So you can contact us through that one as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so if there are no more questions, we can wrap it up for tonight. We're probably going to have another webinar with the same subject, IMP. I myself wasn't really satisfied. My sore throat didn't help at all. Thank you, guys. Yeah, whenever you want to send us any email to info@icgci.com, we'll be happy to do your resume. Okay, guys, Well, for us, it's night. But for you guys, it's just almost noon. Enjoy your day. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next webinar. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.